The tax cut that the top 1% got from the Bush tax cuts equals, on average per year for that bracket, $66,384. The average income of the 99%, the rest of us, is $58,506. This is according to a National Priorities Project report out now. That means that the top 1% got more in tax cuts from Bush than we make in a whole year on average. Isn't that the most amazing thing you've ever seen? They got such a gigantic tax cut. That tax cut is larger than our entire salary. Gee, I wonder what the 99% are upset about. And I wonder what the top 1% are trying to protect. By the way, how's the top 1% been doing? We've been showing you over the last 30 years a lot of numbers. I'm going to give you some more because they're amazing. From 1979 to 2005, the rest of us, our income went up 21%. Well, how did the top 1% do? I'm sorry, the top 0.1%? Their income went up 400%. That's 20 times the increase. Not 20 times the amount of money. If the top 0.1% make 20 times more than us, that's very, very understandable. But what their already gigantic advantage was multiplied 20 times over, okay, in that span of time. The richest 0.1% of Americans account for 50% of all the capital gains. That's why when the Republicans, and the Democrats agree, by the way, to cut capital gains down to 15%, they're saying, you know who we're helping? 50% of that money goes just to the 0.1% of us. Okay? So that 0.1% that's the richest pays the lowest amount of taxes. You might pay 25%, 30, 35%. Those guys are paying only 15% on their capital gains. And by the way, they get the sense of like, oh, the top 0.1%, it's people who earned it, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, etc. No, you want to know who it is? 43% are corporate executives, 18% work in the financial industry, hence the bankers, etc. 12% are lawyers or in real estate, okay? How productive are any of these brackets? No, it's the guys who figured out how to game the system. They're not necessarily productive, they're just getting the money. So how much is the money, by the way? If you're in the top 0.1%, your annual income is about $2 million a year. $2 million a year. And the combined income of the whole top 0.1% is $1 trillion. So if we raise taxes on that group, could we get a good amount of revenue that might help us? Absolutely. In fact, Paul Krugman did an analysis and found out that if we just took away the Bush tax cuts, brought back the rates to where they were, that in a decade we would save about $1 trillion. That'd be $1 trillion in revenue, $1 trillion to help our deficit, $1 trillion to help our budget, right? Now, instead, of course, what they're proposing, the Republicans are, and as always, the Democrats are largely agreeing, is to raise the Medicare age to 67 years old. Now, that would be directly taking it out of the middle class. How much does that save? Only $125 billion. So it's a tiny percentage, as you can tell, about 12.5% of how much you can get if you just raise taxes a little bit on the top 1%. But who cares? They don't want to do that because they got to protect the top 1%. Instead, they want to take it from you. And that's one of the many cuts that they've got planned for you. Gee, I wonder why people are upset. I wonder why there's an Occupy movement. I can't figure it out. Look, it's unbelievably obvious to anyone who's paying attention, which apparently, unfortunately, does not include most of the reporters in this country.